artist EMMANUEL OSAHOR. How does it feel to have your beautiful piece of art here at the BMO competition?
It's really exciting. It's like kind of surreal, and I'm currently mind blown by everything that's happened, but it's just really exciting. It's a great honor to be here.
And tell me a little bit about where you're from originally and how that's influenced your art.
Well, I'm originally from Nigeria. I moved to Canada 4 years ago to study at the University of Alberta, and it's influenced my art a great deal. Like the body of work that this painting is from is kind of in a broad way about like my nostalgia, about like being away from home and my family and being away from my family. So like the painting is set in my home back in Nigeria, and some of my siblings are in the photograph that the painting was inspired by. So yeah, it's played a role.
And this painting has beautiful colors in it. It's so striking. So what inspired you to use, these wonderful the oranges and the red and the blue/green?
Yeah. Well, I've kind of been inspired by abstract expressionism. So a lot of like abstract expressionist painters, so Mark Rothko, Bernard Newman, those two painters, I've been interested in them because of how they use color, like just flat fields of color as a way of kind of like alluding to something more emotional or psychological. So I think when I was making this painting, I was kind of looking for a color that had the same amount of tension that I felt from the photograph, or a color that would translate the amount of tension that I was hoping the photograph would have. And so I played around with a couple different colors. I had some photocopies of the photograph, and I would paint a color on and look at it, and then I finally settled on this particular orange, and then just played around within that orange to see what else I could do color-wise.
And tell me a little bit more about this photograph. Was it something, why did you choose this particular one? Was it a specific thing that was happening in your life at the time, or what makes it so special?
Well, that particular photograph, there was nothing else really unique about it other than it just had an interesting composition for me. So it was part of a collection of family photographs. I had asked my mom to send me photographs from back home, so I had this collection of old family photographs that I was kind of like retranslating and working with in my work at the time. And the photograph I found really interesting because it was one of the first. A lot of family photographs are like posed, right? Like your mom and your dad are like, come stand here, take a picture, and all that. But this was like one of the only ones that wasn't posed, and it was from a birthday party, and the people in the photograph were playing a game. And I found that game like kind of an interesting metaphor for life and how we live, in some things that I was thinking about at the time. So it kind of jumped out to me because of its composition, and because it was one of the only ones that wasn't staged. It was just kind of like a snapshot of life back then. So.
And what was the game that you were playing?
It's similar to Simon Says. I don't know if people play it here, but basically, you start out with a plastic plate on your head, and there's a clown or whatever, and the person tells you're in a circle, and the person tells you like position. So like stand on one foot with your hand on your hip, and so you start out like that, and you do things like that. And the aim is you have to obey the instructions as well as balance the plate on your head.
Okay.
So if you either miss a step, then you're out of the game, or if the plate falls off your head, then you're out of the game as well. So you have people like trying to do these really weird things with their body while trying to maintain like balance on their head. So
it's like kind of like Twister, but like harder.
Yeah.
So
it's like,
who's winning in this painting?
well, there's 4 people who are still in the game. That was another thing that was really interesting because there are people at like very different stages. So there's like a couple of people who are still in the game who are doing it. There's this lady over here, and her plate just fell down, so she's out of the game, or she just got out of the game. And there's a lady over there who seems to have been out of the game for a longer period of time and is kind of like off to the side, kind of watching. So yeah, it's just weird.
And where's the best place for us to find out more information on you and to follow your exciting career online?
I have a website. It's EOSAHOR, so E and my last name EOSAHOR art.com. Yeah.
Thank you so much, and congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I'm Katie Uhlmann reporting for Katie Chats at MOCCA in downtown Toronto.